Good morning, friends. Welcome to another Toddler Tuesday. My name's Michelle, and I'm so glad that you are joining us today. So today I get to read a story to you, and it's called It Will Be Okay. And it's about an animal. Now, I'm going to give you some clues of what this animal is, okay? It is reddish orange. And it has a tail. Do you have any guesses? Okay, it has a tail. Sometimes the end of the tail is a little white. And it has two pointy ears. Any other guesses? It has a long nose. And it lives in the woods. Do you have any guesses of a reddish orange animal with a long tail with a little bit of white at the end? And two pointy ears and a long snout that lives in the woods. Did you guess a fox? You did? Way to go. So we're going to hear about a fox and how the fox has some changes, and he meets a friend that has some changes too. So we're going to learn a little bit more about that story, okay? And then after the story, I hope you stick around because we get to sing and dance with Hannah and Elisabeth, okay? So let's go ahead and get started and meet our friend, Mr. Fox, okay? Okay, let's read It Will Be Okay, Trusting God Through Fear and Change by Lysa TerKeurst. In a dusty shed on a rickety shelf, hidden in a cozy packet, lived a tiny seed. Day after day, little seed watched as the farmer came into the shed. The farmer's strong hand would reach into the packet, and he would say, "I have a good plan for you," each time he selected a seed. Little seed knew the farmer was good and kind, but he did not want to leave his home. Little seed liked living inside the cozy packet on the rickety shelf in the farmer's dusty shed. He did not want to go. In the nearby woods, under the big tall trees and the comfy den, lived a playful fox. Little Fox raced around the tree trunks in the woods. "Yippee!" he shouted with glee. But then a long black shadow scared him, and he hurried and hid in his den. He was scared of the dark shadows and howling winds and rain and most everything. Little Fox liked his comfy den down or under the big tall trees in the nearby woods. He did not like being afraid. One particularly dark night, a storm rumbled into the forest. Thunder boomed, lightning flashed, rain poured into Little Fox's den. "Oh no!" Little Fox cried as he scurried through the woods, trying to find somewhere safe and dry and not scary. He barreled inside the farmer's dusty shed, bumped into the rickety shelf, and knocked over the cozy seed packet. Little Seed rolled out onto the floor. A surprised Little Fox found himself standing nose to nose with a very unhappy Little Seed. "I'm Little Fox. I live in a den under the big tall trees in the nearby woods," he explained. "I love to play in the woods, but I'm afraid of dark shadows and howling winds," he said. "There are no winds or shadows in your shed. Can I live here with you?" Little Seed said, "Do you see a pillow? Do you see bed? Do you see a place to lay your wet head? No, you do not, because this safe place is the farmer's shed." But the little seed thought of how safe and warm it was inside the cozy packet on the rickety shelf in the farmer's dusty shed. He thought it might be quite nice to have a friend. Little Seed told silly stories, and Little Fox made funny faces. Each day when the farmer came to the shed, Little Fox hid away. But the farmer was good, the farmer was kind, and the farmer was always watching over them, even when they didn't know it. One morning, the farmer came into the shed, and as he had on many days. "Little Seed," he said as he placed him in his hand, "I have a wonderful plan for you. I've waited for just the right time, and today is the day." "Oh no, please no, I don't want to go," thought Little Seed. The farmer went outside and knelt down, pushed the Little Seed under the ground into the dirt and down into the deep, dark, messy place. "Now, Little Seed, this is going to be different. It might seem scary, but it will be okay. You can trust me," said the farmer. Little Seed wished he were inside the cozy packet on the rickety shelf in the farmer's dusty shed. I want to trust, even when I can't see. But how in the world is this good for me? Oh no, cried Little Fox when he saw the farmer had taken his friend away. Where are you, Little Seed? He looked in front of the shed, behind the shed, but Little Seed was not there. He looked on top of the tractor, under the tractor, but Little Seed was not there either. He looked in the horse's stall and the pig's pen, even in the farmer's boot, but he wasn't there. Now Little Fox was really worried. Little Seed, he shouted, I'm here, way down in the dirt. I'm scared, I'm lonely, but I'm not hurt, came out of Little Seed's muffled little voice right below him. Little Fox thought hard for something to say or something to do that would help his friend not be scared, but he was too afraid too. It's different and scary to be in someplace new, but it will be okay, Little Seed. Little Seed was not so sure, and neither was Little Fox. But the farmer was good, the farmer was kind, the farmer was always watching over them, even when they didn't know it. Little Fox stayed with the Little Seed night after night and day after day. He was scared and lonely too. But after a while, Little Fox started to see how the farmer took care of them. Fresh water for the seed, sweet berries for Little Fox. He wasn't even quite so afraid when he saw the dark shadows or heard the howling winds. Little Fox was starting to believe that the farmer was good and the farmer was kind. My friend, whispered the sleepy Little Fox to the Little Seed, go to sleep. It will be okay. Little Seed sat in the dark and messy place for what seemed like a very long time. But one spring morning, Little Seed felt a mysterious stink stirring. He looked down and discovered that he was no longer a little seed. He was becoming something brand new, something beautiful. He pushed up through the dark, out of the dirt, right through the ground. And there, looking sleepy-eyed and surprised, was his friend, Little Fox. Little Fox looked down and saw a beautiful green sprout. My friend! They each exclaimed with glee. They were once again nose to nose, and Little Seed told silly stories, and the Little Fox made funny faces. After many days of fun, Little Seed said, Little Fox, look up and see. It's hard to believe what's become of me. From the messy dark place, I grew and grew, from the seed to a tree. Only the farmer knew. Together they made it through the dark and scary time, and together they each learned that the farmer was good, the farmer was kind, and the farmer was always watching over them, even in the dark, messy places. Little Seed was never supposed to be just a seed in a seed packet. Little Fox was not supposed to be alone and afraid. The seasons came and the seasons went. Little Seed grew into a big, strong tree, and Little Fox raced around the tree trunk. And sometimes Little Fox laid in the tall, cool grass near Little Seed. And the breeze tickled his nose, and the sun warmed his belly. And the good, kind farmer was always watching over them. Little Seed liked things to stay the way they were. Little Fox was sometimes afraid. But just as they learned to trust the farmer, we can learn to trust God. We do not need to fear. He has a wonderful plan. God loves you, and He is kind. And in the end, it will really be okay.
Hey Reunion Kids, I'm Elisabeth.
And I'm Hannah.
And today we're going to be singing a song called Every Move I Make. Hannah's going to be playing the ukulele, and I'll be doing some hand movements during the chorus that you can follow along if you'd like.
Ready?
Yeah.
Every move I make in you. You make me move, Jesus. Every breath I breathe in you. Every step I take in you. You are my way, Jesus. Every breath I breathe in you. Waves of mercy, waves of grace. Everywhere I look, I see Jesus, every breath I take, I breathe in you. Every step I take in you. You are my way, Jesus, every breath I take, I breathe in you.